Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Murmuhu. The various planes of existence, the various levels of existence, various levels of consciousness that we pass through, higher and higher levels of consciousness we pass through in sadhana, moving towards absolute fulfillment, atyantika paripurnata we move towards in spiritual life, spiritual. In bodily level in this world, we remain bound all the time, unaware of being bound. We feel we are happy, whatever we are wanting, we are getting. We are at the bodily level as body, but body is constantly undergoing the changes. Jayate asti vardate viparinamate apakshiyate nashyati. It goes on changing. It takes birth and there is death. In between it is passing through one by one. Balya, Yavana, middle age, Madhyastha, Vridhapya, and again Mrityu. We are passing through that cycle. The body is passing through. In between, we try to enjoy this world, being driven by our past momentum and trying to hold on to certain things so that our ignorance we extend to keep ourselves this body. The identification of body we want to retain, we don't want to. I want to cling to life. This clinging to life is called the Abhinivesha. In Patanjali Yoga Sutra, he uses the term Abhinivesha. I don't want to leave this body, the clinging to it. And I want to, that means I want to extend my ignorance, not get rid of ignorance. Not that I want to freedom to go beyond beyond the nature, into eternal life. This is a state we pass through again and again, the same cycle of birth and death in this universe. All problems associated with we continue and go on moving about. So, this a change and transformation, internal transformation. Apart from there is a state called conversion, internal. Buddha got that conversion. He just looks at the suffering of others and undergoes it. Oh, I have to find out the solution for suffering of mankind. Dukkha. How to come out of the dukkha. I want to find that path. I want to find that path to that eternal bliss. So he goes into this type of conversion. Some occasion, nature's plan is evolution of jiva, but he wants to move in a state of involution. He doesn't want to come out from the involution into the realm of evolution. The realm of evolution is called Vidya Maya and involution is called Avidya Maya. He wants to be in Avidya Maya, not come to the Vidya Maya of evolution. So there is a moment in everyone's life, somewhere, he undergoes that conversion and starts evolving. And this time of evolution is most important part of sadhana. And this conversion is most important part. Most unexpected people, they are not intelligent, they are not educated, they don't know anything. but there is a conversion. So many people, including one of the direct disciples of Sri Ramakrishna, he is a shepherd not knowing any alphabets also to write or read. Latu Maharaj. And how he comes to Sri Ramakrishna, becomes a Buddha, enlightened. How the conversion takes place. It is independent of the external being of the man. Where he is, what is his education, what is his age, nothing counts. What is his spiritual status? How much of purity he has attained within. He may not be able to speak properly. He may not be able to understand what others people say about science or technology. He may not be able to repair a small apparatus, but he can realize God. He can transcend the nature and go beyond. So, at one time or other, that time comes, I have to go towards the divine. The only thing that needed is tyaga, 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 sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. The moment you come into the spiritual life, it's a life of universal love. Love everyone equally and don't indulge in anything that wastes your time. Do all your duties of life, unavoidable duties of life, diligently as an offering unto the divine and keep moving. Every moment of life that you save, offer it to the divine. Sit in a corner and call on God. Avoid all diversities. Avoid all digression. Start walking. Joyfully mix with others. Do all your duties joyfully. Be one with others externally. An important thing is we have to work hard. We have to be with others, but work should not enter within. Why take the work inside and from inside I am working? No. Work is outside, I work from outside. Inside is my divine. Inside is my divine awareness. There is no place for any other person or any other activity. Activity is outside. I am handling from outside. I am working intensely, but work will not enter into me. All works are outside. I am running to the garden to water. I am looking after so many things. I am serving so many people, but all from outside. Nothing inside. What we do is take all things inside and we are outside. This is what happens. No more sadhana is possible. Don't be outside yourself. Don't allow other things to enter into you. It becomes a great obstruction to your yoga. It becomes a great obstruction. You can't settle down. Constant commotion is within. Something is dragging, something is diverting your attention. The moment I see, I react to it. The moment I see, I react to that. I am jumping out. Each reaction is a jumping out. What necessary is there to jump out? I have to be within, and without jumping out, I can handle everything. Without taking anything within, I can handle everything. This is the important awareness that we have to create. Anything has entered inside? I think Latu Maharaj himself, I am not fully aware. Every day he used to tie all his things and see its weight. How much? Have I acquired anything new? One small pillow, one bed sheet, one wrapper, 2 pairs of clothes, one begging bowl, whoever gives whatever to eat. All this, he will put everything and see have I acquired anything new? Has his weight increased? We have to check every day. Have I acquired anything within? Except God, is there anything? Is there any person within? That am I bound by that person? In good way or bad way? I don't like some people interfering in my life. That person is not, if I have taken him already inside, he is sitting inside. Because I dislike him, dislike is negative attraction. Disliking is negative attraction. I already place him. I like someone and I have placed him. Both are there inside, fighting with me, diverting my attention. Have I acquired? Have I placed any person within? Have I placed any activity within? The moment activity is over, he is peacefully retires to his meditation. Nothing disturbs, nothing bothers. He has not acquired anything. He is calmly, he is there with his Lord, he is there with his mother. Nobody to interfere, no work to interfere, no problems to be faced there. When he wakes up from meditation, comes out to do work again, he handles all things from outside. Problems appear, I am there to solve. But he doesn't take the problem within. We keep in mind, we keep in heart how many places we have to keep. Plenty of places inside. Memory, lot of memory is there. Human memory. 1,000 crore memory cells in human mind. 1,000 crore. Each is equal to 120 GB. So much of memory. I can keep the memory. 10 years back he had uttered a bad word to me. The moment I see him, he will remember. So much of storage. Where is the peace? Leave it there, he has uttered, leave it with him and come away. You are with the divine. And then you see, you are able to expand. You are able to enter into higher levels of consciousness easily. Samadhi is a natural state, our natural state. We have identified with body, and being identified with body, we have attracted so many things. And like madman putting on in his bag, we have put all things and moving about with that world inside me. Empty that. Attain again. You will see that one by one stage of evolution, one by one stage of higher levels of consciousness, you are able to pass through, you are able to achieve. So, when it comes to the fifth plane, Sri Ramakrishna says, ignorance and illusion drop away. Ignorance is avarana shakti, illusion, what you see the world, is vikshepa shakti. Both disappear. He does not enjoy talking anymore about anything other than God. People talk worldly things, he leaves the place, just like a moth leaves the darkness. The moment it sees light, it no more goes to the darkness. It goes on touching the light. It wants to enter into light and become one with the light. It is there. Form is dissolving. In Vishuddha, the form of God and his form also dissolves. The sixth plane is at the forehead, Ajna Chakra. When the mind reaches it, the aspirant sees the form of God day and night. Continuously seeing. But even then, a little trace of ego remains. Here the form of the Ishtadevata that he sees is, when he sees the same form in Anahata, it is the whole region belongs to Prakriti. In the realm of Prakriti, you are seeing the Chaitanya's manifestation. You are seeing consciousness manifested as your Ishtadevata with name and form, Nama, Rupa, Guna, Sameta. You see the Ishtadevata in your heart. You are in the realm of Prakriti, in nature. In nature, you are seeing God. Here, at physical level of your bodily existence, you see God. That is darshana, but everything becomes stagnant, I told you. Here, you are free. You are one with nature, but in the realm of nature, here in the realm of spirit, you are seeing the form of the Ishtadevata. There God's form is there, same Chaitanya is manifest, but in the ocean of water, there is the ice block. Here, ice block is there, not in water, in space. It is water and water alone. In water, there is ice block. Here in space, there is water, ice block. In Prakriti, here the same form is there, but you are also Chaitanya, the form also is Chaitanya, your body has dissolved. You don't have awareness of any other thing. You are beyond Prakriti here. Absolutely beyond Prakriti, you are. And you are pure Chaitanya, Shuddha Chaitanya, observing the form in the ocean of Chaitanya. In Satchidananda Sagara, you are seeing the form of Ishtadevata. What a beautiful this one. This form, here this form dissolves you to take into the realm of spirit. Again the form continues there, again reappears there, the form to take you to still higher levels of consciousness. There is no duality. The form dissolves you into the absolute existence, Satchidananda Sagara. This absolute existence where there is no duality of any time. It is ocean of Chaitanya. In ocean of Chaitanya, you see the beautiful form here and form dissolves there. You also dissolve. There is no duality of anything. One exists without a second. One ocean of Satchidananda alone here. So in Ajna there is form, but this form is not different from the form of the Hridaya, but the background is different. Here is Prakriti, there it is Chaitanya. When the mind reaches it, the aspirant sees the form day and night, at all times, unbroken vision of Ishtadevata. But even then, a little of ego remains. Of Prakriti, nothing can enter into the absolute. In the realm of spirit, there is no Prakriti. But the ego remains, you see, of the jiva. To bring him back to the normal state of consciousness, That ego is going there, ego as a part of buddhi. When we enter into, from Annamaya, we enter into Pranamaya, Pranamaya to Manomaya, from Manomaya we enter into Vijnanamaya. In Vijnanamaya we get the spiritual awakening, Adhyatmika Jagrati. First time I see the light of consciousness. That is, I am at the, according to the chakras, I am at the Anahata with the spiritual awakening. Then from Anahata, that is from Vijnanamaya Kosha, I enter into Anandamaya Kosha. Anandamaya Kosha pertains to our throat. And here, Anandamaya Kosha I enter. Already while entering from Manomaya Kosha to Vijnanamaya Kosha, mind merges in Buddhi. Mind merges in intellect, Buddhi. Manas merges in Buddhi. Mind merges in intellect. Now, intellect can enter into the Vijnanamaya Kosha because it is charged with Chaitanya. Repeated, I again and again read the scriptures. Again and again I read the Upanishad, contemplate upon the nature of Brahman. Again and again I contemplate, meditate upon Brahman according to scriptures. Go on repeating, go on thinking of the intellect is trying to discern what is that Brahman. Going on thinking, it slowly acquires the nature of Brahman. The nature of mind is always, or intellect is always to take the form of the object we think. Mind takes the object of the thing we think. Intellect takes the form of the object we meditate upon. Thinking and meditation. Thinking, mind is there, meditation, mind has merged in buddhi, intellect. Intellect takes the form. Now, thinking of Brahman, intellect is charging itself, becoming itself as if the Chaitanya Swarupa. It is like the iron that has become hot. You go on heating, it becomes red hot. When it becomes red hot, it is no more iron. It has lost all the properties of iron, it has become fire. It is fire. Now this fire that we see it has lost all the nature of the iron. You cannot use it as iron, you can use it as fire only. Like that, mind becomes intellect, mind merges in intellect, intellect becomes charged with Chaitanya and it becomes Chaitanya itself. It becomes Chaitanya. So now that Chaitanya can enter into Chaitanya. Intellect can enter into the Absolute because it has lost the property of nature, acquired the nature of Brahman. Therefore it ends. With the ego that was seeing the form of God, as the form of God dissolves, the ego merges in the intellect. This intellect, which is charged with Absolute, now dissolves in the Shuddha Chaitanya. That intellect dissolves. The ego remains to see the form of God. Little small ego. It is seeing the form of Ishtadevata in the Chaitanya Sagara, in the Absolute, in Satchidananda Sagara, he is still seeing the form of the Ishtadevata. That small ego. How ego comes into Ajna Chakra, You can imagine. Sees the form day and night, continuously unbroken, is stunned seeing the picture. But even then, a little trace of ego remains. At the sight of that incomparable beauty of God's form, one becomes intoxicated and rushes forth to touch and embrace it. That small ego, you see, gathers a strength there. But one does not succeed. It is like light inside a lantern. One feels as if one could touch the light. One cannot on account of the plane of glass. The Jivatman wants to touch that form, but something is obstructing, it is like a glass case in which it is seeing a light, and moth wants to same, like in the lamp. On the lamp it goes on tapping, thinking that it is seeing light, but it is not able to touch the light, enter into light. In the top of the head is the seventh plane. When the mind rises there, one enters into samadhi. He is in samadhi, higher level of samadhi. Just like when we are asleep, we are entered into swapnavastha, we dream state, still deeper we enter into sleep. I am in sleep, but still deeper into sleep I enter, into the Jagra, Swapna, Sushupti, into Sushupti, deep sleep. From waking state, I enter into sleep, enter into dream state, and still deeper, where there is dreamless state of deep sleep. Like that, here is already in samadhi. From Savikalpa Samadhi, he enters into Nirvikalpa Samadhi without any alternate there. In the top of the head is the seventh plane. When mind reaches there, he enters into Samadhi. That is the Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Then the Brahmajnani directly pursues Brahman. The Chaitanya is observing the Chaitanya. But in that state, his body does not last for many days. It remains unconscious of the external world. If milk is poured into his mouth, it runs out. Dwelling on this plane of consciousness, he gives up his body in 21 days. That is the condition of Brahmajnani. But yours is the path of devotion. That is very good and easy path. So, the Sri Ramakrishna has given complete analysis of the planes of existence. This is the highest plane of existence, highest thing that man can reach in his life, the ultimate beatitude, the ultimate state of existence where there is no duality but ocean of bliss and bliss alone. To become bliss in the ocean of bliss, to experience the absolute peace as peace in peace, to experience the absolute freedom, being freedom itself, experiencing this freedom. So that is the ultimate state of absolute fulfillment. Towards that the jiva goes. From where it came, it goes back. In English, for death, common death also, a term is used. Going back to the maker, who made this body, who made this universe and all, going back to the maker. He went back to maker means he is dead, but not in the sense of samadhi. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.